Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Mike Colleen at MikeColleen.com, and today we're going to talk about gaslighting. Alright, Narcissist #1 tool. We'll talk about why they do it and what it does to you. It's not good, but you can get out of it fairly easy. Alright, we've got our bougie candle going here. Here you go. The fire starter you need, like to see fire. And we are going to burn some sage on this video because I haven't burned sage in a while. Okay. Get that flame roaring. Oh, that's just the string actually burning. Wow, damn thing's on fire. Everything's burning. No, I'm just kidding. Alright. Let's get rid of all those negative spirits. Get the hell out of my house. Alright. Put it out in a cup of sand here. It's a copper coffee mug is what it is. Alright, so we're going to talk about gaslighting, and I'm going to start it out with this right here. I'll probably post this on there. So gaslighting, it's a verb. When someone intentionally twists your perception of reality for their own gain based on this. Okay, so this is based on the play and movie Gaslight. Never heard of that actually. Someone gaslights you by trying to convince you that what you saw, you didn't see. What you didn't see, you saw. What you said, you didn't say. What you didn't say, you said. What they said, they didn't say. What they didn't say, they said. What they did, they didn't do. What they didn't do, they did. What you heard, you didn't hear. What you didn't hear was there for the hearing. Alright, so maybe it's because of where, let me just put that down. Maybe it's because of where I'm at in my healing and where I'm at in my strength, and because you become much more powerful as long as you keep healing and growing, learning. Is when I didn't know what was going on, it was terrifying, and that's one of their goals. So let's talk about that. One of their goals is to terrify you. Why? Okay. So this is something I learned and developed during my course, Cracked Female Code. I didn't actually learn it in psychology, which was kind of they actually might have taught it, but I didn't understand what they were teaching. That's probably what it was. I actually learned it in a book. I can't think of the book. Where is it? It's probably right up there too. It's actually probably right here. Hold on. To When I Say No, I Feel Guilty. Dr. Manuel J. Smith, PhD. So on page 13. I'm not going to read it because it's quite. I'll explain it. So here's what happens. All right. So when you're in any kind of state of fear, now remember, there's two states. There's love and there's fear. Everything else falls below that. So if I were to say peace, well, that'd go under love. If I said calm, that would go under love. If I said relax, that'd go under love. If I said anything on the right side or under fear, you would put could be anxiety, could be stress, could be worry, could be fear, obviously. Anything, confusion, doubt, everything that a narcissist do, they want you on this category. Here's why. When you're in any kind of state of fear, which includes anger, frustration, anything like that, there's an artery in the lower reptilian brain. If they can get you to successfully lower that artery, and this is what he's talking about on page 13. He's talking about some kids, instead of going to college right there, they do the Peace Corps, where they go to another country with him, and they build dams or waterways. They teach the local natives how to dig wells and to make roofs or fix things, right? And so, or people of other countries of poverty-stricken areas, all right? So he found in the beginning they were really, really excited. But then about, I think he said it was 2 or 3 weeks into it, I don't remember how long, is a lot of them would completely shut down and they wouldn't even leave their bed and they wouldn't go out to do the work. And he couldn't figure out, like, well, what's wrong? Like, they would just shut down. They get depressed, anxiety, fear. And what it was they didn't know how to say no effectively in a way to the people, because the people there were like, give me nails, give me more food, and they would just like, the kids would just go, okay, because they didn't know how to say no without hurting someone's feelings or without, how to be assertive, stuff like that. And so they'd shut down. So anything that puts you in a state of fear, panic, or anxiety, there's an artery in the lower reptilian brain that lowers down. It narrows. It closes. Not all the way, but almost. And what that does is it keeps you in the lower reptilian brain. This is the narcissist's #1 goal. Because if you can open up to your right brain, especially the right brain, which is the bigger picture brain, you can see the manipulation tactics. And they don't want you to see that or hear that. They don't want you to even feel your own intuition. If they can narrow that artery, you're disconnected from your intuition, your ability to put the pieces of the puzzle together. So they could lie to you and then do the complete opposite over here. And you're like, wait a minute, I thought you said it was this. Oh, no, I never said that. You're hearing things. Gaslighting. This is why they'll gaslight you, because when you start to catch on, they have to gaslight you because they got to put doubt in your mind, which is another form of fear, which lowers that artery. And it basically shuts your larger human brain down. And it keeps you in this fight or flight. The reptilian brain is the fight or flight brain. So it's the kill or be killed, fight or flight, and someone tell me what to do, right? Which becomes the narcissist. So this is why they gaslight you. Ultimately, they want to put doubt and confusion and fear in you so you can't think for yourself. That is a right brain function. Thinking for yourself, seeing things for the way they are, is the right brain. Now, the right brain is connected to the 5 senses: see, hear, feel, smell, and taste. This is when women say, I'm looking for a man who's in the present moment. Because you're calm. Because in order to be in the present moment, you have to be calm. Because when you calm down, that artery opens up. When you're in a state of love, that artery opens up. And you can see everything for the way it is. But when you're in that reptilian brain, you see everything through an instinctual coded pattern, through a filter. You're not seeing things for the way they really are. You're seeing things for the way you believe they are, which is the illusion. All right? So let's talk about gaslighting. I'll give you some examples. I'll give you some water. All right. As I learned about narcissist abuse, now I bet tell me if you've had this experience. When I started really understanding what narcissist abuse, and I started learning about it and reading about it, I was like, oh no shit. I would have memories come up all the way from childhood, from my teens, from my early 20s, etc. I was like, oh, that guy's a narcissist. Oh, I get it now. Like, you see it. I'll give you one example. This was when I was in my mid-20s approximately. It might have been a little bit later. It might have been a little bit earlier. I think it was earlier. I used to go to this grocery store literally right around the corner. Like literally, I was in a courtyard, quick left, and a quick right, and the parking lot was right there. It was 1/8 of a block up, if that. And it was called Albertsons. And I went there all the time. And I went there with some friends of mine a few times, and then there was a guy that was bagging. He was about my age, maybe a little bit younger. So I guess I was 25 to 27, maybe 28. It might have happened after my awakening, but I think it was before that. So what happened was, my friends would say, hey man, this is so-and-so, he's a cool dude. I was like, oh, okay, hey, nice to meet you, bro. He was a bagger. I'd seen him before, never, And this happened a couple times, and then I think he went out to a party with us one time, and then one day, I was buying something, and he was bagging my stuff. He goes, hey man, what are you doing on Friday night? I'm like, wow. He goes, dude, there's this big party I'm going to. You want to go? I was like, yeah, sure. He goes, all right, bro, I'll call you, and I'll come over and I'll pick you up, and I'll take you over to my friend's house. And, it's like, all right, cool. And so he calls me up at about 8:30. He goes, hey man, are you ready? I'm like, I'm ready. He goes, I'm leaving right now. I'm walking out the door after I hang up. I'll be there in 15 minutes. Because he lived across town. I was like, all right, cool. Never showed up. 30 minutes. I'm like, okay. So I call him like, hey man, he had left a message. Nothing. So I waited an hour. Called, hey man, I'm still waiting. And I went outside. I went outside a couple times, looking, didn't see him. What the fuck, So I came back in. Called him one more time about an hour and a half later. Like, dude, where the F are you? What the hell's going on, right? So I went to the grocery store the next day, early, probably before noon. And I walked him like, hey, bro, what happened? He goes, what are you talking about? You called me up last night, said you were going to pick me up. We're going to this big party. And he goes, oh, yeah, that. He goes, yeah, I decided not to go. I was like, Did you forget to tell someone? He goes, what do you mean? I go, you told me you were coming over like right away after you hung up the phone. He goes, oh, I did? Oh, yeah, okay. They just blow it off, or like in his case, he acted like he didn't at first, but then, all right, I was a young guy and I was a fighter back then. In fact, I was ranked number 1 in the nation during that time, and I was a pretty tough looking dude. Sorry, having some technical difficulties there. All right, so basically, I kind of leaned into him, and I kind of like it, like, you know, I didn't say I was going to kick your ass, but pretty much, he got the message, like, oh shit. So he just like, yeah, man, okay, I did. So, but it was the way he just blew it off, like, yeah, so, like, well, I'm like, you couldn't fucking call me, let me know you changed your mind, So, but that's a typical narcissist, okay? They look at other people like, oh, they're nothing, I don't care. Well, for some reason back then, I was done with that dude. I was like, F him. And he called me another time, or when I was at the store, said, hey, let's go out. I'm like, no, dude, sorry, bro. Don't ever talk to me. I don't know what it was, but with other people, when they were nice to me again, it's like, okay, I'll give you another chance, like a dumbass, right? So when someone does you wrong like that, don't give them another chance. They're totally messing with you, okay? So let me give you some other examples, make them quicker. All right, for example, like let's say you've got keys. Okay, let's say you put your keys and your wallet in the same place, like I do. I put my keys, cell phone, wallet all together on the counter. Right. I mean, the first thing I do when I walk in, I take out, boom. I've been doing that for years. And all of a sudden, one day, my credit card was way the F over there. And I was like, well, what the hell? Well, there had only been one person that had been over here for literally weeks. Well, weeks, about 2 weeks. And it was that time, that exact time, when it's like I walked him down in the car and I came back up and I'm like, how the heck? Because I went to the bathroom first. And I was like, what in the hell? Boom, gaslighting right there. Oh, no, I didn't do that. It's all in your mind. Oh, boy. And they'll deny it. Nope, I didn't do it. I'm like, dude, you were like the only person there. It wasn't like I went to sleep and no, it was like, well, the minute I came back upstairs, like I never take my wallet over there. It never goes over that way. That's gaslighting. Let me give you a better example. All right, we had this crazy apartment manager. This was years ago. And, I mean, she was nuts. She was definitely a narcissist. She did it to about a third or more of the people in the building, which is weird. I think she literally was losing her mind at this point. So one day, Abenev and I, he was in my videos years past. He was sitting on the couch. It was actually Disney couch. I got a new couch now. And I had these 2 little stuffed animals. My goddaughter bought it for me one time when me and my ex broke up. And then another time, I think it was for my birthday or Christmas. So I put them on the back of the couch up against the wall. And Benham was goofing around with one of them, and it was getting late. I'm like, dude, let's fucking go. And he grabbed it, and I put it up on there, and we left to go to the club. And when we came back, they were gone. And I was like, what the? Now, mind you, Benham walked out the door with me. In fact, he went in front of me. And we walked in together. I was right behind him. He goes, dude, look. And he stopped over there on the couch over here. He goes, what? He goes, dude, where's your stuffed animals? I was like, what the fuck? So that's gaslighting. Now, here's the deal. A week later, I came home during the day. They were on the top of my. They were in the middle center of my bed, both of them. Yeah, it's called gaslighting. They're fucking with you. So this is what gaslighting is. Another form of gaslighting is like, let's say someone said something to you. Literally, they could do it within minutes, 5 minutes. Usually, it's a day or a week. No, it's not usually a week. They usually will do it really fast. They'll say something, and then they'll say the complete opposite 5 minutes or 10 minutes later. And you're like, wait, I thought you just said blah, 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 blah. I was like, no, never said that. That's gaslighting. Let me set this up here. So, and they're like, no, I never said that. And they'll even go so far to do you have memory problems? Do you got problems with your memory? They're trying to twist everything and turn it back around on you. So anything that you heard, they'll say, no, I didn't say that. Anything you said, they're like, you never said that. Anything you did, they'll be like, no, you never did that. Or anything they did, like, no, I never did that. Like, dude, you just did it 15 minutes ago. No, not me. Dude, you just fucking did it. I watched you do it. No, I think you're getting me confused with someone else. And this is gaslighting. Like, I'm at a point now where I want to stop because I don't even want to go any further because that's how messed up it is. Like, it's kind of pissing me off already. So here's the deal. Let's see if I got another one. Yeah, no, that's pretty much it. So gaslighting can be a bunch of things, but the ultimate thing is this. The goal is to make you confused and have doubt. That's gaslighting. It's anything denying your reality where they did something, they said something, or they didn't say something, they didn't do it, and now they're saying that they did, right? Or you did something, like, no, you never did that. Like, dude, so that's when you've got to start like recording your okay, here's the thing. Even when you record the conversations or you say, I want you to send this to me in an email so I have absolute proof that we agreed and this and that, it doesn't matter. I've actually had where they'll go like, well, yeah, but I was tired, or they'll say, well, I didn't really mean what I said. You're like, dude, it's on video recording. I made it really specific. Yeah, but it's a even so here's how you deal with these people. You don't. The minute someone okay, let me give you a couple more. So let's say again, you put your keys over here. And then when you go to get them, they're not there. And you look all over the place, you can't find them. And then the next day you find them on your dresser in your bedroom. Right? That's gaslighting. People are messing with your mind. So here's what I want you to know. It's really happening. Keep your sanity. And there's someone in your life that you got to cut out. And there might even be more than one person, but whoever was there in that moment, you need to cut that person out of your life, period, in a sentence. Even if you don't have proof, it doesn't freaking matter. Because here's the really cool thing about it. I'm not going to the story. There's something going on with something in my life. And the only person that was there at that moment was that person. So I just cut them out. And guess what? The problems suddenly magically disappeared. These little problems, okay, I'm not going to say it. It was these little problems that kept happening, and I was like, what the F, dude? Like, you're the only one that was there at that time. No, it wasn't me. No, it's like, you know what? I'm done. All of a sudden, literally, I think it's been about a year now, or maybe 9 months. Hasn't happened one single time since I cut that person out. So here's the deal. Even if you don't have video evidence or proof of it, get rid of that person that's associated in any way, shape, or form, and it will save your sanity. Hey, this is Mike Colleen at MikeColleen.com. God bless you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.